Greetings. Hey. Okay, so much has happened that I had to actually write down bullet points. Okay, so I guess I should have looked to see when the last time I went to Sacred Falls. I hiked there by myself. It was like a spirit walk. It was really cool. I'll send you a link to the little video I made. Olive ran out of energy, which brings me to another point. Part of going to Sacred Falls was that I was kind of ready just to say goodbye to Olive or whatever, and I set that intention, and so I went on the hike. And then, the next day, I was standing in line at the store, and I get this email that says, "Please click, your new iPhone has been shipped." And I was, what? So I'm now speaking to you through Iris. She's wonderful. Her case is even cute. I can't really show you. So the thing, I thought once Iris arrived, I could just, turn her on, hey, and then everything that was on Olive would be on Iris. No, my cloud was a mess. A mess. It hadn't been backed up in over a year since before my head shave ceremony. So it was oh my gosh, so many notes, so many things I'd written. So I was kind of freaking out. And the only way I could get Olive to take Wi-Fi so I could back her up was to stick her in the freezer. So I spent 12 hours trying to get this thing to work. So the next day I go to the Apple store, and the sweetest little Scorpio, Aaron, oh, he was so precious. He fixed it. So I didn't lose anything. Oh, big part of that. So I woke up that morning to take Olive and Iris to Apple, and I magically had Wi-Fi, and I was like, oh my gosh, okay. So I tried again, but I happened to notice Sunflower had emailed me, and I was like, what? But the Wi-Fi was more important. So I didn't even bother to check his email. I was like, I gotta use this opportunity to back up the phone. So I spent 45 minutes wasted. Still had to go to Apple, but anyway. So his email. He emailed. I emailed back. And then he emailed an apology and said that he had tried to call me and he wanted to offer an olive branch. I could have kicked that guy in the balls for that one. And so I gave him my number, and we talked for 2 hours or whatever. We ended really we cleared the air. It's great, totally cleared the air. Said I love you to each other. But here's the thing. I feel like we've just had closure. I don't know if that means, I don't know if there's another, I don't know if he's in the sequel. Does that make sense? That story is now ended, clear, learned all the lessons. So we kind of ended on we're psychic friends, and so if we have questions or whatever, or if he has questions, he can ask. So I basically gave him, I emailed him today, and I gave him a little test that was I'm gonna send out a message, and if you pick it up, then that's one test. Check. But I'm also going to be attracting because I really like falling in love. It's super fun. Let's see what else. Oh! I'm going to have to go in a second. I smell my breakfast. But, so Reiki graduation was great. I'm still exhausted from it. I've been processing a lot and dealing with a lot. And, you know, I think I might have mentioned that I've been waiting on this decree thing, this paperwork, because my last name doesn't match my birth certificate name, so I haven't been able to change my name to Dandelion, and I haven't been able to even get an ID. So I called this guy in Memphis, you know, name change place or whatever, this office, and I'm like, hey, I really need this paperwork. How much are you going to charge me? Even though it already paid for it in another office somewhere else that never showed up, but didn't bother to tell him that part yet. He totally printed it out and shipped it to me, and I got it. And so now I have more momentum in that. And so I wrote him a whale postcard that I'm going to have to walk over to the post office and mail. So Iris and I are saying goodbye, and I will talk to you again soon. Hugs to the kids.